You felt it, haven't you? That deep, unshakable knowing inside that you're not like everyone else. You've always had this sense that you're meant for something more, something greater. But for some reason, despite that inner calling, you look around and realize you're broke. Financially, you're struggling. You're watching others who don't seem to have this deep purpose, this spiritual mission, thrive in the material world while you're left wondering, why am I the chosen one, struggling in this way? Let me tell you something that will shift your entire perspective. The reason why most chosen ones are broke has nothing to do with their abilities, their intelligence, or even their work ethic. It has everything to do with the fact that your destiny is wealth, but not the kind of wealth that society has conditioned you to chase. You are destined for a wealth so profound that it transcends money, yet attracts it effortlessly once you align with your true path. The universe has chosen you for a higher purpose, and that purpose is not rooted in materialism, but in transformation. Most chosen ones are given the gift of spiritual depth, insight, and wisdom from an early age, and these qualities often make us feel disconnected from the conventional material pursuits of the world. We see beyond the surface. We see that money is not the end goal, that there is something far greater to be attained. But this is where the confusion begins, because we recognize that money in itself is not what we're here for. We often subconsciously push it away. We don't realize that money is simply a tool, a neutral energy that can be used to amplify your purpose, to expand your reach, and to fulfill your mission on this planet.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
So why are so many chosen ones broke? It's because the journey to wealth is not what we think it is. The struggle you're experiencing right now is part of your initiation. The universe purposely strips you of material wealth early on, not to punish you, but to prepare you. And think about it. If you had all the money in the world from the start, would you have developed the spiritual strength, the resilience, the wisdom that you have now? Would you have been able to understand the human experience in the way that you do? Most people who are materially wealthy from a young age never develop the depth of character that you have. They never question the deeper meaning of life. They become trapped in a club of consumption, constantly seeking more and more, without ever truly understanding the purpose of their existence. But you've been through the fire, you've been tested, and those tests are what will make you not just wealthy, but wise, compassionate, and aligned with your higher self. Now, let's get practical. Why does this matter? Why does the universe put you through this struggle? It's because your destiny is not just to have wealth, but to transform it. You're not here to accumulate money in the way most people do. You're here to use money as a tool, a resource to bring about change, to create something that serves humanity on a deeper level. The reason the universe has kept you in this state of financial lack for so long is because it needed you to go through the process of realizing that money in itself is not the goal. It's simply a vehicle for your purpose. But now you're ready. You've learned the lessons. You've developed the inner wealth, the spiritual richness that will allow you to handle the material wealth that's coming your way. Because make no mistake, it is coming. The universe is preparing to bless you in ways you can't even imagine. But here's the catch. It will only come when you align with your true purpose. When you stop chasing money for the sake of survival and start focusing on how you can serve, how you can use your gift to elevate others, that's when everything will shift. Let me ask you something. What if the very thing that you've been resisting money is the key to fulfilling your mission? What if the universe is simply waiting for you to embrace the material world, not as an end in itself, but as a means to expand your spiritual mission? Can you imagine the impact you could have if you had the financial resources to bring your vision to life? What could you create? How many lives could you touch? Now that you've started to shift your perspective on wealth, let's dive deeper into the mechanics of how this transformation happens. Most chosen ones are stuck in a survival mindset when it comes to money. And it's understandable when you're struggling to make ends meet. When the bills are piling up, it's hard to think about anything other than how to survive. But here's where the breakthrough happens. When you shift from a mindset of survival to one of service, your entire relationship with money changes. You see, most people who are not chosen ones have a transactional relationship with money. They think of it as something they must work hard for, something they must chase, something they must sacrifice their time and energy to attain. But you, as a chosen one, are different. You're not meant to chase money. Money is meant to flow to you as a natural byproduct of your service to the world. But this can only happen when you stop focusing on what you don't have and start focusing on what you can give. This is the paradox of wealth. The more you focus on serving others, the more wealth flows to you. Why? Because the universe operates on the principle of reciprocity. When you give, you create a vacuum that must be filled. When you offer your gifts, your talents, your energy to the world, the universe responds by sending abundance your way. But here's the key. You must give without attachment to the outcome. You must serve from a place of love, not from a place of expectation. Let me ask you, how are you serving the world right now? Are you holding back your gifts because you're waiting for the financial resources to show up first? Or are you stepping into your purpose fully, trusting that the universe will provide what you need along the way? Most chosen ones fall into the trap of waiting for the money, the opportunity, the right circumstances to start living their purpose. But the truth is, you must start now. You must begin where you are with what you have and trust that as you move forward, the universe will meet you halfway. But think about it this way, the universe is like a mirror. It reflects back to you what you put out into the world. What if you're constantly focused on lack, on what you don't have? The universe will reflect that back to you in the form of financial struggle. But if you shift your focus to service, to how you can use your gifts to elevate others, the universe will respond by sending you the resources you need to continue that work. But here's the thing, this shift doesn't happen overnight. It requires a deep level of trust, a willingness to step into the unknown, to take action even when you don't see the full picture. It requires you to let go of the fear that has been holding you back, the fear that you're not enough, that you don't have enough, that you'll never be enough. Because the truth is, you are more than enough. You have everything you need within you to create the life you desire, to fulfill your purpose, and to attract the wealth that is your birthright. So how do you make this shift from survival to service? It starts with a choice to stop focusing on what you lack and start focusing on what you can offer. A choice to trust that the universe is on your side, that it wants you to succeed, that it wants to bless you with abundance. And most importantly, a choice to let go of the old stories you've been telling yourself about money, stories of struggle, of lack, of limitation. Those stories no longer serve you. It's time to write a new story, one in which you are the creator of your reality, one in which you're abundant, prosperous, and aligned with your true purpose. And let me ask you, what story have you been telling yourself about money? And more importantly, what new story are you ready to create? Because the moment you decide to shift your story, the universe will respond. It's waiting for you to take that first step, to make that commitment to yourself, to your purpose, and to the abundance that is already yours. Now that you're beginning to understand that wealth is not something you need to chase, but something that flows naturally when you align with your purpose, let's go even deeper. There's something powerful that you need to realize wealth is your birthright. Yes, you heard that correctly. You didn't come into this life to struggle endlessly or to live in lack. You came here to experience abundance, to thrive, to create, and to enjoy the full richness of life. But there's a catch: it requires alignment. You see, the universe operates on frequency. Everything is energy, including money. And like attracts like, when you are aligned with the frequency of abundance, abundance flows into your life effortlessly. But when you're stuck in patterns of fear, doubt, and lack, you attract more of the same. The key to unlocking your wealth is not about working harder, stressing more, or trying to control every outcome. It's about shifting your internal state so that you naturally attract the external circumstances that match your vibration. But let me be clear, it's not just about thinking positive thoughts or repeating affirmations mindlessly. No, it goes much deeper than that. It's about embodying abundance at a soul level. It's about rearing your relationship with money, with yourself, and with the universe. And this is where most chosen ones get stuck. We've been conditioned to believe that money is hard to come by, that it's something we must struggle for. That being spiritual means rejecting material wealth. But nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, material wealth can be one of the highest expressions of your spiritual path if you use it consciously. So money is energy, and like any form of energy, it can be used for good or for ill. When you align yourself with your purpose and use money as a tool for service, for creation, for uplifting others, it becomes an extension of your spiritual mission. So this is why your destiny is wealth, not for the sake of accumulation, but for the sake of transformation. Let me ask you this: how do you view money right now? Do you see it as something separate from your spiritual path, something that distracts you from your higher calling? Or do you see it as a tool that can amplify your purpose, that can help you reach more people, create more impact, and live a more fulfilling life? Your answer to this question will reveal a lot about your current alignment. Most chosen ones are broke because they've internalized the belief that money is somehow bad or unspiritual. But this belief is a distortion, a limiting construct that keeps you from stepping fully into your power. The truth is, money is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It simply amplifies the energy of the person who holds it. If you are aligned with love, purpose, and service, money will amplify that. If you are aligned with fear, greed, or scarcity, money will amplify that as well. This is why your alignment is crucial. You must release the old programming that tells you that being broke is somehow virtuous or that wealth is reserved for others. You are here to live abundantly, to create freely, and to experience the joys of life. But this can only happen when you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. And that alignment starts within. So, how do you begin to align with wealth? It starts with your thoughts, but it doesn't end there. You must also align your emotions, your actions, and your energy with the truth of abundance. You must cultivate a mindset of gratitude, not just for what you have now, but for what is coming. You must embody the feeling of wealth, even before it shows up in your bank account. You must take inspired action, even when the path isn't fully clear. And most importantly, you must trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things seem uncertain. But here's something most people don't talk about. Alignment also requires clearing. You can't align with abundance if you're still holding on to old beliefs, past traumas, or subconscious blocks that tell you you're not worthy of wealth. This is why the inner work is so important. You must clear out the energetic clutter that's been blocking the flow of abundance in your life. And this is where many chosen ones get stuck. They focus on the external actions without addressing the internal blocks. but you can't plant seeds of abundance in soil that's full of weeds. You must first clear the soil, remove the weeds, and then plant the seeds of your new reality. So, let me ask you, what are the weeds in your life right now? What are the old beliefs, the past experiences, the limiting stories that are keeping you from fully aligning with wealth? And are you willing to release them? Because until you do, you'll continue to attract more of the same. But once you clear those blocks, once you align yourself fully with the truth of abundance, you will become a magnet for wealth. It will flow to you naturally, effortlessly, because you are no longer resisting it. And here's the beautiful part. As you begin to align with wealth, you also align with your highest self. You step into your true power as a creator, as a chosen one, as someone who is here to make a massive impact on the world. The more you align with wealth, the more you align with your purpose. And the more you align with your purpose, it's a cycle of abundance that feeds itself, but it all starts with alignment. Now, let's bring everything together. You've been on this journey of awakening, of realizing that your financial struggles are not a reflection of your worth, but a necessary part of your growth. You've come to understand that wealth is your birthright, that it's not something separate from your spiritual path, but an integral part of it. And you've begun to see that the key to unlocking your wealth is alignment with your purpose, with abundance, and with the universal flow of energy. But now, it's time for the final shift. It's time to step fully into your destiny as a chosen one who is not only spiritually rich but materially wealthy. And this requires a bold decision on your part. You must decide right here and right now that you are worthy of wealth. You must decide that you are ready to embrace the abundance that is waiting for you. You must decide that you are no longer willing to play small, to live in lack, or to settle for anything less than the full expression of your potential. This decision is powerful because it signals to the universe that you are ready. It opens the floodgates of abundance and allows the wealth that has been waiting for you to flow into your life. But this decision must be more than just a mental choice. It must be a full-body, soul-deep commitment. You must commit to living in alignment with abundance, to releasing the old patterns of lack, and to stepping into your full power as a creator. Let me ask you, are you ready to make that decision? Are you ready to stop playing small and start living as the abundant, powerful, chosen one that you are? Because the moment you make that decision, everything will begin to shift. The universe will move mountains to support you. Opportunities will come your way. Resources will appear. Doors will open that you didn't even know existed. But none of this can happen until you commit fully, wholeheartedly, and without hesitation. And here's the final piece of wisdom I want to leave you with. Wealth is not just about money. It's about living a life of fullness, of joy, of purpose. It's about being so aligned with your highest self that everything you need flows to you effortlessly. It's about creating a life that feels rich on every level, spiritually, emotionally, and materially. And this is your destiny. You were chosen not just to survive, but to thrive. You were chosen to live a life of abundance, to create impact, and to inspire others to do the same. So, I ask you one final question. Will you embrace your destiny of wealth? Will you step into the fullness of who you are and claim the abundance that is already yours? The choice is yours, and the time is now. Your destiny is calling, and it's time to answer.